In 1900, a Greek sponge diver named Elias Stadiatis surfaced from the waters off the island of Antikythera in a state of terror. He told his crew the seafloor was covered in a heap of dead, naked people. These bodies were actually weathered marble statues, part of the cargo of a Roman ship that sank 2,000 years ago. During the salvage operation, the crew hauled up bronze sculptures, jewelry, and glassware. Among these luxury goods was a single corroded lump of bronze that the divers largely ignored. After sitting in a museum for 2 years, the lump caught the eye of politician Spiridon Stice. He noticed a perfectly manufactured bronze gear wheel embedded inside the rock-like corrosion. Finding a precision-cut bronze gear in a first-century shipwreck is a physical impossibility in our standard history. It proves that a mechanical computer had been built before the birth of Christ. Reconstructing the device is an exercise in forensic archaeology. The mechanism is shattered into 82 calcified fragments, and the majority of its internal components are lost. In 2005, researchers used microfocus X-ray CT scans to penetrate the rock, mapping the internal structure without breaking the fragments. The scans revealed 30 precision bronze gears packed into a shoebox-sized space, indicating an incredibly dense internal architecture. This creates a technological paradox. Historians previously believed the ancient Greeks only possessed crude, fixed gears for watermills, yet this scan reveals a 30-gear analog computer. The device utilized epicyclical gearing, a system where a smaller gear is mounted directly onto the face of another moving gear, allowing it to orbit while it spins. The front face of the machine acted as a planetarium. It calculated and displayed the exact positions of the Sun, the Moon, and the 5 planets known to the Greeks. Dials on the back face tracked the 19-year Metonic calendar and predicted the exact dates and characteristics of future solar and lunar eclipses. It even featured a tiny half-black, half-white sphere that rotated mechanically to show the current phase of the Moon. The engineers managed to program the complex movements of the entire solar system into bronze gear teeth only 1 millimeter long. The Greeks faced a difficult astronomical problem. The Moon appears to travel at different speeds because its orbit is an ellipse, not a perfect circle. To solve this, the mechanism used an offset pin and slot gear. This mechanical trick successfully translated a constant rotation into a variable speed output for the lunar pointer. This specific mechanical solution correctly modeled the Moon's motion 17 centuries before Johannes Kepler established the laws of planetary orbits. The pin and slot mechanism shows that the ancient world's knowledge of physics and geometry was far beyond what the historical record suggests. There are no mechanical precursors to the Antikythera mechanism. In the archaeological record, it simply appears as a fully realized technology with no visible ancestors. After this ship sank, machines of this complexity did not appear again for 1,400 years, only resurfacing in the astronomical clocks of medieval Europe. We know these devices were once common because of the Roman orator Cicero. In the 1st century BC, he wrote about seeing similar machines that modeled the divergent speeds of the planets. Cicero's accounts indicate the Antikythera mechanism was one product of a high-end scientific industry, rather than a singular anomalous prototype. This leaves us with a historical dilemma. If an entire industry of analog computers existed in 100 BC, we have to account for why it vanished for over 1,000 years. The disappearance of this technology likely comes down to the price of bronze. In antiquity, the metal was a valuable and endlessly reusable resource. When a device became broken or outdated, it was not preserved for history. It was melted down to be recast as swords, shields, or coinage. Because the engineering principles were contained within the physical gears rather than written in texts, recycling the metal meant the permanent erasure of the knowledge itself. The Antikythera mechanism only survived because it was sealed at the bottom of the sea, protected from the smelter's fire by a lethal shipwreck. If this device exists today only by a stroke of luck, we have to wonder what other technological wonders were melted away and forgotten.